Wayne Lapierre, who became face of U.S. gun rights movement for 3 decades, testified Friday in a civil corruption trial that National Rifle Association paid for his travel to Bahamas and destinations in Europe and Asia on private jets, to drop off his nephew and his family in Nebraska several times, stating that the NRA has been covering expenses on private jets since 2012. Lapierre testified before a jury in New York and said that he had been receiving occasional information about travel expenses from his agency for a long time, but was generally not aware of flight costs. Lapierre's appearance at podium came in the final days his tenure as head of one nation's most powerful lobbying groups. His testimony is a key example of New York Attorney General Letitia James' lawsuit alleging the NRA violated laws against nonprofit groups, engaged in tax evasion and spent millions for the personal use of its leaders. The invoices revealed Lapierre chartered flights from Madison, Wisconsin, Nebraska for about $8,000 and from Las Vegas, Nevada to Nebraska for about $15,000, according to the Attorney General's office. In one example, Lapierre authorized a private flight from Dallas to Orlando in July 2017 for nearly $27,000 because his commercial flight was delayed. Lapierre also used private jets to take his nephew and his family to Nebraska. He testified, "Were these flights billed to the NRA?" asked New York Deputy Attorney General Jonathan Conley. He also stated that he made private flight reservations for others even though he was not a passenger. Lapierre also testified that his personal assistant used NRA funds to pay for his son's wedding. The NRA vice president and CEO resigned earlier this month, effective Jan. 31. He cited health reasons. The state attorney general filed a lawsuit to dissolve the NRA in 2020 amid allegations of corruption. The lawsuit names Lapierre, General Counsel and Secretary John Fraser, and former Chief Financial Officer Wilson Woody Phillips. James said earlier this month he reached a $100,000 settlement with the office another defendant, former NRA Chief of Staff and General Manager General Operations Josh Powell. William A. Brewer III, an attorney representing the NRA, told CNN after Lapierre's resignation that it was a clear indication that NYAG's case is based largely on disgruntled former employees, terminated vendors, and other exclusions of the NRA. Past individuals who are no longer affiliated with the association. The NRA lives today, and its cause is based on something much stronger: facts, evidence, and a commitment to good governance, he added. Lapierre testified that he knew Mackenzie before the 1990s. "We have work to do, but I consider him my friend," she said. The yacht had a private chef, jet skis and other amenities. Several members of Lapierre's family, including wife, his sister's family and nephew's family, were on some of the trips. Lapierre testified. Lapierre never paid the Mackenzies for the trips.